Hello. I just wanted to check in. It's been almost a month since I had my surgery to have 20 pounds removed from my stomach in a surgery called a panicolectomy. And I just wanted to update you to tell you how I'm doing. Um, I've been getting a lot of really beautiful messages. Thank you so much for the encouragement and the prayers and everything. And one of the things a lot of people have been asking me is, what is it like to have 20 pounds removed from your stomach? And it's so funny because I'm trying to like have like a good answer. Um, because I have kind of just been focused on protecting my incision and making sure nothing's infected and watching over my drain, which should hopefully be leaving next Friday on the 21st of November. We're still draining quite a bit, which is good. It's all healthy, all good things, just taking its time. Um, as far as like how things are different, um, well, one thing is I'm very, very swollen, which I expected because, as you know, I have like a lot of loose skin. So we're gonna an object lesson. If this is my arm, imagine my legs. Okay, so this part usually is empty, but even this is a little swollen too. But this is usually very thin because it's just skin. But my legs are like that. But when they weighed me at the hospital, I was one weight, and then I went back 2 weeks later, and I had gained 40 pounds, which, isn't what you want to hear when you're trying to lose weight. But obviously, it's not real weight; it's just fluid. Um, and so, yeah, we've gained 40 pounds of swelling weight, which, I could see it in my face, and I could feel it in my body. But, that's part of the joy of surgery. And my body can react however she wants. She went through a big thing. And so, yeah, that's currently where we're at. And so I've kind of weight-wise and keeping track of my weight is something I'm not really concerned with right now because it's not going to be an accurate number just based on swelling. And so, yeah, this has been an interesting time of like just figuring out my new body. And I'm really thankful for like God's plan and like the timing of everything because it's like we did the hip replacement first. And so I was carrying all this skin kind of swinging around, but with pain. And so now the hip is fixed. And so I didn't have that pain, like that incredible pain all the time. But then you have the stomach that's pulling at your back and you're like, ah. And so that has been removed. And so now my body's starting to go, oh, we don't have to like roll forward to stand up and we don't have to like lift and all of these things. So that's a big change. I'm still wearing the same size pants because my thighs are still big, and I'll probably put like little videos of like just I don't know, like visual aids for things, just so my thighs are really big still, and they have all that skin, but now the skin is full of fluid, so it's kind of like when my weight was higher, but I know it's, temporary. Um, but it is uncomfortable. I have to make sure I elevate my legs a lot. I only sit in this position for a very small amount of time just to kind of make sure that my legs are getting the circulation they need and elevation they need. Um, so that part is interesting. But you know how it like people are like, so is it like, hey, check out my new flat stomach? No, but it also wasn't my goal. One of the groups I'm in, I every time I have a medical procedure, I join a Facebook group based on that procedure because I want to learn from people who've had it done. And watching all these women who, they had the stomach and then it's snatched and there's, a belly button and everything is flat. That was never my goal. There's a lot of different procedures that you have done where you have a fleur-de-lis, which means they cut you from stem to stern, kind of, they go this way. And so they not only pull stuff down, but they pull stuff in, and then they go in and they tighten your muscles, and that's how they get so snatched. That's not what we did. We literally just went and pulled the stuff together, didn't mess with any muscles, just pulled the skin up. Um, I'll probably show a picture, but like I have like a two-tiered stomach where like the top was pooched out and then the bottom was really pooched out. The bottom pooch is gone. The top pooch is kind of now my new stomach. And so that's fine with me. And we're going to get into like the aesthetics and all that stuff maybe later. I'm going to be 50 in 3 years. Like, by the time I'm 50, maybe we'll approach these things. But my goal has been just to be healthy and mobile. And so this is like, I kind of think of it as like a reverse Jenga tower where we're just kind of taking pieces of me off. And so the stomach was, I think, size-wise, the biggest thing. But functionality-wise, my legs are the biggest thing. Um, because when those are gone, I won't have anything in the way and I'll be able to just walk normally. And there will probably be a knee replacement down the line somewhere in there too. But I want to see, once all of the skin is out of the way, what I can do as far as, become fit on my own without a knee replacement. Though they said the arthritis in there is pretty bad. And so probably within the next few years, I'll need one. But my goal is to, after all of the skin is removed, I have on the outside of like my booty, there's skin there as well. And that one is, we're going to see if it's covered by insurance, but if it's not, it might be a longer timeline to just, save money and get that last surgery. Um, but in the meantime, once all that skin is gone and I'm, get the green light to like work out and really see what I can do as far as become fit. We'll see what happens. And, as far as my weight loss goals and my fitness goals, um, I think it'd be fun to see, like what my ideal weight looks like and feels like, but I don't know that I would stay there. Um, we'll see. Mostly, I mean, I've gained so much life already, with like being able to, I remember walking across the house holding my breath because I didn't want anybody to know that just walking across the living room was terribly taxing for me. And so, and then I get into the kitchen and, and sit and, and now I can walk across, a block or 2 blocks and I'm not out of breath. Maybe my mouth is a little dry or something, or maybe like a little redness on the cheek, but it's not like purple cheeks, can't breathe. It's a completely different life. And that's a huge difference that I do not take for granted. Um, and when all these surgeries are done, like what else will be something that will be something I do every day that I can't do right now? Like I'm excited to kind of do this step by step and get to know my body, a totally different body, because when you're 500 pounds, there are things in your head you just kind of check off as I can't do that because I don't fit. I'm not strong enough. I'm not small enough. I'm not, I can't, yeah. And so now it's like trying to filter in things that are possible that I have no idea. Like it doesn't occur to me to try. Like I remember I was laying in bed the other month and I was like, I bet I could cross my legs. And I mean, because my hip doesn't hurt anymore, so I bet I could. So I like moved my skin out of the way. And sure enough, I crossed my legs. Now this is laying on my back in bed, but still, it is crossing my legs. And now I don't have the belly in the way. And when that skin is gone, I'm gonna be able to just cross my legs. Like in the movies where they cross their legs, or like you do in your life. Like that's not something I do ever, ever. Wearing jeans. Huh. The idea of being able to wear jeans. And like there's small things like what is my life? How is it different? And some of it's like I have this binder that's on, so and I've underneath it I've got big things of foam. And so like as far as like seeing my waist now, I don't really know because I always have this on. I'm protecting it. That's how it's gonna be. But I have this the drain thing. I have like a little thing I wear around my waist to hold the drain so it's not swinging everywhere. And sometimes I'll take it and just kind of go whoop and put it down over my hips. And I can do that now because there's not a big belly there. And it's like a small thing, but it's just like, looking forward to like, okay, so once the incision is healed and once the drains are gone, trying a faja on that's gonna aesthetically snatch me in a little bit. Now, granted, the legs are still gonna be what they are, but just trying out like, okay, so it's weird. It's like starting life over again at this age and trying to go like, okay, so this is what this does. Like trying to drive a car. I have so many analogies and metaphors, I can't even keep up with them all. But it's like, I truly have no idea what it's like to live in a body that is fit. I have no idea. You will hear me a lot say, like, like in the movies, because to me, that's not a reality. And so I look forward to having more things like, in the movies, but they're things that I do, like ride a horse. I would love to ride a horse. I think I got on a horse when I was like 14 and I was still like in my head, I was like, I'm gonna hurt this horse. Like the idea of like being a weight that like I wouldn't feel bad making a horse carry me. I probably could do it now, but the thigh skin, let's not even get going. But like that could be a thing, and I don't know. There's just like I want to swim with dolphins. I think that would be super fun, but like I have faith in dolphins that they wouldn't have to carry me because there's like water. So that isn't so much of a guilt thing as a I'm gonna have to wear something to be in the water in. It's just so many crazy things. And like you having to get new pants because there's no stomach anymore, but the legs are the same. So I can't really get new pants yet because the legs are still the same size. So I just have like this insane, like there's so much space in these pants. Like I could fit another person in here, like a kangaroo. Um, and so we've got that as well. So there's just a lot happening in my brain and a lot of emotions. Really trying to figure out like, okay, so this is what my life is like without hip pain. This is what my life is like without a big stomach. And then walking without the leg issue. And then, even thinking to the knee replacement of being able to like, I'm going to walk up a hill and it's not going to be like a crushingly painful thing. Like when we went to the zoo, I needed that incentive of you're going to walk over this hill and you're going to get to see a penguin. Because otherwise it was just like, my stomach was pressing against my leg as it really, really hurt. And like, okay, we're going to do this, but it's going to hurt a lot. And then the idea of like, we're going to do this and not have to plan for pain or limitation is going to be bonkers. Bonkers. So I just, yeah, people are like, what's it like? I'm like, I'll let you know when I find out because I don't know what it's like yet, So we're gonna see. Um, Buying clothes. I got a shirt and I can't wear it yet because of the binder and stuff, but it's so okay. Let me talk about this shirt. This shirt it's a cowl neck, which is one of my favorite things. I think they look very fancy. But it's a shirt that it's two colors. And so there's a red sash and a black sash. And I thought it was like one shirt, like sewn together. It's not. It is two things that if you pull it side to side, it is a bare midriff. So it is a welcome to my not having a large stomach kind of shirt, which I didn't realize was what it was. But maybe it's red and black. So for Christmas, maybe we will show that. But yeah, so there's just things like that where it's like I remember like when I would get my hair cut and it was like I would sit back in the chair and I would just have this belly in the way. And even though I was proud of my body, it was just like this is something that is going to be gone one day. And what's that going to be like? And now when I look down and I have like the tops of my legs, I could see them. And when I stand up, I could look down and I could see my feet. These are things that are just crazy. And it's with all the swelling. Like, what it's going to be like when it's like the swelling goes away. Like, I'm kind of like, I kind of missed my cheeks a little bit. But here they are. Because when you lose weight, the first place you lose it is your face and then your boobs, which, that's just fair, right? But yeah, having like some of that back a little bit, I kind of missed the little cheeks, but those will go away again, when all the swelling goes, and we'll have fun, measuring our weight loss and professional wrestler weights again. But for right now, I'm enjoying life and exploring like, oh, this is what my forward fold looks like in yoga, or if you do DDPY, like there's a forward fold. Well, there was only a certain amount I could forward fold because there was a squishy middle part. Now that's gone. And I can't do it right now because obviously I have to protect the incision. And I think I have 2 or 3 more weeks before I'm allowed to like do stuff other than walking. I think I'm only allowed to lift 10 pounds, so I've been very like letting people carry things for me. Um, but yeah, like I'm gonna be able to just bend forward. And yeah, my knees will still bend because I got arthritis in my knees, but dude, it's gonna be a little bit more pronounced. And what my goal is as we get all these skin things done, like seeing what it's like to be fit and seeing what it's like to like see what weight I can get to. And yeah, like let's explore and have some fun and maybe travel and like, I don't know. Like I really don't. I had no dreams because I didn't, not to be dark, but I didn't really think I was going to have a life to have dreams. And now having like those limitations starting to get pulled away one by one, it's really exciting, but also like, like I can't even really explain it to you. Like, thank God for therapy. Like if you're trying to lose a lot of weight, just do yourself a favor, get a wonderful therapist. If you want to know who mine is, I will be happy to tell you. Um, Therapy has been just a life-saving thing because you can't lose weight if your brain isn't in it. Like you're not going to make good choices. You're going to eat things out of emotion or frustration or whatever. So being able to like have the tools to like go through complex emotion and wield two kinds of feelings at the same time and like it's hard to even explain to you like the stuff going on emotionally and how trying to navigate the world by itself, let alone the people that come into your life, where you were this thing before and now you're this thing. Um, Not to be weird, but it used to be a thing where if a guy talked to me, it was because he was interested in my ideas. And now guys talk to me sometimes and they're not just interested in my ideas, which is emotionally loaded. So there's a lot of stuff going on with my brain and trying to figure stuff out and trying to figure out who I am and what I want and what my dreams are and what my future holds. And there's a lot, a lot happening. But in the meantime, it's trying to come back to center and go, right now is the time, heal from your surgery. In January, we're going to go and get our consultation for the legs. And we're going to prepare for that surgery. And then we're going to be able to walk and we will figure it out after that. Like there's trying to be patient, but forward thinking at the same time. It is a challenge. And I might actually, there's a lot more I would tell you, but I'm also like a really, oddly enough, a private person. Um, which you wouldn't think because this is all kind of, out there and vulnerable. But I am super private, but I also want to be helpful because I know that when I was trying to do this, I wish I had found like somebody exactly like me. And over time I did, but I just want to kind of be a resource of like encouragement, be like, you can do it because I don't know what I'm doing. And here I'm over here doing it. So, and what to expect and all of these things that maybe don't get discussed as much as, let me tell you this great recipe I have. Like, yeah, that's good, but also like, how are you getting through your day-to-day life? Um, I want to be helpful with that. And I don't know that I always am, and that's something I want to work on. It's being a little bit more, upload more and talk about more things. But that's not for right now. Right now it's for healing and, you know, my energy levels are pretty low because my body is healing and that's fine. And brain fog is a thing. Depression is a thing. When you come out of a surgery, your body went through a trauma, and that does creep into your brain. And so there are some days where, man, I just don't feel like talking to anybody. And I love people, but I just don't feel like talking to anybody. It's because it takes so much energy because I do want to convey a certain amount of love and, you know, energy. And if I don't have it, I'd rather not talk to anybody at all than make them think that I don't want to talk to them because I do. So yeah, if you've been like, hi, Christine, I'm like, hi, and then I go away, that's probably why. Because I love you too much to give you half of my attention. Um, but yeah, so anyway, speaking of brain fog, what was I even talking about? But yeah, so this is just my update saying hi. Um, and as I figure out more of what this is like, I'll share it with you because I have a feeling there's a whole lot more to discover. And yeah, I really don't know what it is. It's a great big question mark, and I'm excited to see who I'm going to be even a year from now. Because who I was a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, my goodness, it has been such a ride, such an adventure. And while it has been incredibly challenging and incredibly painful a lot of the time, physically and emotionally, I would do it all again. And I'm glad that I am on this trajectory. So I don't have any regrets, even though there are things that are difficult. So, yeah, anyway, I'm going to go and put my feet up and care for my swelling body. But I love you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for caring to listen to all of this. And hopefully, we will have more and more things to talk about that are not medically related and more adventure related soon. But for now, it is what it is. This is the season we are in, and it is fine. So that's where we're at. But I love you very much. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.